I am live. Hello, everybody. Hi, Jessica. You're quick. You must have been on your phone. Haley, hi. I can always count on you guys to be on. Thank you. This is my water today. I put a whole lemon in here. I just sliced it like a beach ball. FX Surfer, welcome. Feeding the baby. Miss Regal, Jessica, I miss nursing. That's the only thing I miss about having a baby is nursing a baby. Anyway, this is really good. If it gets really, really lemony, then I just keep adding more water, and it's good for a couple days, but should keep it cold. Hi, Ashley. Okay, everybody, welcome. Yeah, give me some hearts. You guys, it's been a long time since I've been on Periscope, but I'm back. Why haven't I Periscoped more? I don't know, but probably because I look like this. You guys, I don't get ready often enough to be like, I'm gonna shoot a video of myself. But I wanted to get this done. So today for lunch, I'm in the 4th week of my healthy eating challenge. So the 4th week is counting macros, and I kind of rotate based on what I need. I eat pretty healthy, but counting macros is always gonna help you stay on track. So I especially want to make this video because I'm part of a mom's group who has a lot of questions about counting macros. So that's specifically why I made this video. So first thing, this is my lunch, okay? This is an omelet, basically, ham, cheese, egg whites, eggs, salt and pepper. So sometimes I'll add milk, but I was gonna bulk prep a lot of burritos today, but my tortillas went bad, so I wasn't on top of it. Okay, welcome, you guys. Ask me any questions. I'm going to talk about how to count macros, but please ask me questions because that's what I love Periscope for. Okay, so the first thing when counting macros, the first thing you want to do is write down everything you put in the food. So you can see the pan over there. I made a whole pan because, like I said, I was going to bulk prep, but I also was hungry. So what I did in that pan is I put 6 whole eggs in the pan, okay, and then I added these egg whites. So egg whites are really cool. They're not very expensive. It's cheaper than cracking your own eggs and taking the yolks out. You don't have to take the yolk out, however, it just depends on where you want to get your fat content, but that's a whole nother story. So 6 eggs, about a cup of egg whites, and then I put in ham. This ham I never buy, but my husband specifically wanted a ham sandwich, and I went to the store and the deli was closed, so I always buy fresh from the deli. However, this is what we had, so unfortunately this is what I'm using. The only plus to it is, thank you, the only plus to it is that there's a food label right there. Well, pure vegetarian. This can still apply counting macros, however, you're just going to have different foods. So, here, sorry, my babies are right here. Okay, so what I did was in the whole pan, okay, that's enough, you got to be good, okay? In the whole pan, I have 6 eggs whites, 6 eggs, egg whites, and ham. So that's what I put in the pan. So I'm going to add that up. So 6 eggs. What I do when a food does not have a food label, I just get on my phone and I go to calorieking.com. So let me pull that up and I'll show you what it looks like. One reason I track on paper and not on MyFitnessPal or something like that is that I feel like I'm on my phone all the time and I don't want to track my food on my phone. Also, it gets easier to track your food when you can look at your paper, like this is mine today, when you can look at your paper and eat the same foods, because we eat the same foods day to day, so it's good to just have it right there. You don't have to look it up, you can just quickly do it. Also, sometimes putting in a recipe into MyFitnessPal is a big pain, and sometimes MyFitnessPal doesn't match up the food labels. Like if I put this brand of egg whites into MyFitnessPal, the labels wouldn't match up. So I just figure if I can see and record what I really have, then that's going to be beneficial. Please stop. You going to sit in timeout? No. Please stop. Okay, so I have Calorie King. That's what it looks like. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is put in eggs. And I know the macros for eggs, but I'm going to show you. Usually it's 5 grams of fat, 0 carbs, and 6 grams of protein. But I'm going to show you what this is like. So I have in eggs. Go get some clothes on. Yeah. So then you have all these options. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to wait for them to show up. There you go. So I can't read backwards. Whole egg, hard boiled, whole egg white. Okay, so I'll just select the one. I had whole eggs. Be careful. So then I'm just going to select the eggs, okay? Yes, that's what my baby looks like after lunchtime. Okay, so then I had an entire cup. So with Calorie King, you can just select, is that coming up? You can select how much. So one thing that helps me is yeah, you put your food in measuring cups. Some people are like, that's so crazy, you measure all your food. Well, guess what? You measure food when you want to make cupcakes, don't you? You get out your measuring cups and you make sure you put in the right amount because you want good tasting cupcakes. If you want a good looking body that feels and tastes, not tastes great, that feels good, you're going to measure it. You're going to measure your food so that you have an outcome that's desirable. So anyway, just my little soapbox thing. So I'm going to put in 1 cup, okay, and I left the eggs in. So that is for 6 eggs, it's 211 calories. It's 15 grams of fat, 2 carbs, barely any carbs for that many, and then 17 grams of protein. So this also has 1.5 grams of sugar. I'm not counting that because natural sugar in my eyes is okay. Your goals might be different, but I'm not going to record sugar. I only record added sugar, and we'll get to that. So that's it, okay? Then egg whites. You can see this, a serving of egg whites is 3 tablespoons. So I had a cup. So because I'm not great with the conversions, I'm going to see how many tablespoons is in a cup. Okay, so I'm just going to do cups, 2 tablespoons. What do you need help with? You need what? Oh, you need help buttoning up? Okay, we're waiting for that to load. Thank you for getting a dress on. Okay, so 16 tablespoons in a cup. So I'm just going to say it's 18 because that will make it easier for what we're doing. So if there were 18 tablespoons, that would mean 6 servings. So I'm going to take all the information here. There's 25 calories in a serving, so 25 times 6, that's 150 calories. Yes, 150 calories, okay, in a cup of egg whites. And I'm not going to be super specific here because I'm not going crazy. I'm not doing a bodybuilding show. I don't have to be specifically crazy. So I'm just getting around. Okay. Also, so for in 6 servings of this, there's no fat. That's the benefit to egg whites, is that there's no fat and it's no saturated fat. But like I said, it depends on what your goals are. So 0 grams of fat, how many carbs? 0 carbs. And then there's 5 grams per serving. 6 servings is 30 grams of protein. This is a really good thing to do if you want to up your protein intake because it's purely protein. So that's good. Okay, last thing, 9 ounces of ham. I just did 9 ounces because I used pretty much the whole bag. The bag was open, which means my husband probably used a couple slices for a sandwich. But like I said, I'm not going crazy. So this whole package is 9 ounces. So in this, thank you. There are 6 slices. Please stop. 6 slices is a serving, and it says there's about 4. So I'm going to take all of the macros and times it by 4, because that's the whole package. So I hope that makes sense. So 2 grams of fat times 4 is 8 grams of fat. Okay, please stop. Go get Mia's ball for her, please. 5 carbs times 4 is 20. Okay, and then protein, 8 grams of protein times 4 is 32. Also, the drawback to having packaged meat, and this is honey ham, is that there's added sugar in this ham. So I would count it. If there is 3 grams of sugar times 4, that's 12 grams of added sugar. Hopefully, and fortunately, very soon, the FDA has regulated food labels that have to have a different, the food companies have to say how much is natural sugar and how much is added sugar, because that makes a real difference. Like if you're eating trail mix or dried fruit and they add sugar, well, fruit naturally has a lot of sugar content, but if they add sugar, you don't know how much added sugar. So anyway, in the meantime, we know that the pan of food that I made has 12 grams of added sugar. So there's that. Then calories, there's 70 grams of calories times 4 is 280, okay? So here's my paper so far. Thank you for those of you that are tuning in. You guys can also watch this as a replay. I understand this is not the ideal time to be on Periscope, but that's okay. So here's what I have so far. Okay, I'm going to add everything up. So there is 23 grams of fat, 22 grams of carbs, and 79 grams of protein. So that was my goal for lunch, is to have high protein, because anytime I have eggs, it's a good opportunity to just get enough protein in for the day, or at least for the meal. So calories, there is 641 calories in that pan of food. If I ate the whole pan, that wouldn't be a smart idea. However, I did not eat the whole pan. I'm going to say I ate a third of it. I gave my kids some, Liz and Leah, and then I left some in the pan, and this is my food. And the cheese is all nice and melted, so it's going to be really good. So what I'm going to do is take all of these numbers and divide it by 3, okay? Because that means I'll have a third of the food. So like I said, I'm not going to go crazy and be specific, but I'm going to just get it rounded out. So I'm going to say 7 grams of fat, 7 grams of carbs, and then 80 divided by 3. So pretty close. And then I'll use my calculator for these ones. So 641 calories divided by 3. So 213 calories, which is okay for lunch. I mean, 200 calories is not really fulfilling. Depends on what your goals are, how much you've been snacking or whatever. So, but it's good to know what's in your food. So, and then there's 25 grams of protein, 26.3. So, 4 grams of sugar. So this is what my meal looks like. 7, 25, 300, or 213, and 4 grams. But then what I did after I made the food is I added cheese. So what I did is I have a food scale. You can see it. I left the cheese out. I need to put it away. Food scale right there. Makes it super convenient to just have in your kitchen. Like I said, you don't have to be anal about what things are. However, it's so interesting to know how much food you're really eating, and the only way you can really know is if you measure it. So I have the package of cheese, and I know some of you are like, cheese, you eat cheese and you're a personal trainer. Cheese is my favorite food, and I don't agree with having to cut out any type of food group unless there are dietary reasons. So I'm going to keep eating cheese, okay? So this is the package. I had a serving size is 1 ounce, so that's what I measured out on the scale, and then I put it on my food. So for the eggs, this is what I have on my plate. Out of the pan, this is what I have on my plate. And I only did it this way because I made food like for a family, okay? When you eat individually, it's a little bit easier, but I'll show you something else at the end too. So for 1 ounce of cheese, there's 100 calories, so there you go. There's more fulfillment in a lunch. In a lunch that's over 350 calories, that's okay. And then 9 grams of fat, which is not the best, but that's all right. For me, I love the cheese, and I don't have a reason to stay really low fat. And then 7 grams of protein, okay? So on my plate, I have 16 grams of fat, which is good. If I was going to eat 3 even meals times 16 by 3, that's a good amount of fat content for the day. Okay, 8 grams of carbs, which is good too, because I would rather get my carbs not from ham or meat. I would get it from like fruit and vegetables. Bread if I wanted it. Okay, and then protein, there's another 7 grams of protein to add to it. So that leaves me with 32 grams of protein, which is really good. That's really good if you can fit that in a meal. And then 423 calories, 4 grams of added sugar. So there you have it. Normally it's not going to take this long to measure your macros. However, I was just talking the whole time. But now, since I have more food in my pan, the next time I want to eat this, like when you bulk prep food items, you'll know exactly how much is in your food. So next time I wanted to pull a bag of eggs out of the freezer, add a little bit of cheese, I know exactly the macros I'm going to get. And macros is not something you have to do for life. It's just really, really beneficial when you know how to fuel your body. So I hope this was beneficial for you guys. If you want a free macro guide that I have, it just kind of tells you why measuring macros can be really beneficial, and it will tell you how to start, basically do what I did. You have this video to help you, but it's going to also tell you more about my healthy eating challenge and how when you go through a transition or an improvement of making good food changes, then measuring macros is going to be really easy and super beneficial too. So you guys, you can leave your email below this video and I will send you my macro guide. It's completely free. You'll get a couple more emails about food related topics, and you can opt out anytime, but the macro guide is going to be really good. So I hope this was beneficial. You guys can follow me on Periscope, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I post videos weekly to help you improve your healthy eating, your healthy lifestyle, and all that stuff. So, see ya.